So today we're going to be looking at the Google Core Update August 2024 and whether AI SEO sites are still ranking or whether they're completely dead after this update. We're going to go through the shocking truth on whether Google's update killed AI SEO. So you can see, for example, the update was announced on August 15th, and Google basically said this update is designed to continue our work to improve the quality of our search results by showing more content that people find genuinely useful and less content that feels like it was made just to perform well on search. And so what we're going to look at today, I've got 5 case studies lined up, and I'll run you through the results so far, what I found, what's worked and what didn't work, and what's happened to other sites during this update because it's been a big one. A lot of people have been talking about it. So let's get straight into this. We're going to start with this case study first of all, which is pptassist.com. And you can see previously back in February, they were at 0 clicks a day. Their traffic has now increased to 148 clicks a day since the update came out. You can actually see that the week before the update, they were at 66 clicks a day. Now that is up to 148 clicks a day. So the traffic has gone up massively since then. Let's have a look at another case study, which is Outlook Assist. And all these websites I'm showing you have been automated with AI. I'll show you the framework that helped them rank in a minute. But here we can see outlookassist.com. And again, they were at 0 clicks a day back in March. Now they're hitting peaks of 56 clicks a day. They've reached 1,450 clicks in total, and their traffic is increasing very nicely indeed. Let's look at oiltherapycentral.com, which is another AI automated website. This is at like 1 click a day, as you can see right here. And now it's flying up to 102 clicks. It actually took a huge jump. So you can see right here back on August 15th, which is when the Google Core update was announced. Previously, they were getting 24 clicks a day, and now this AI SEO site, completely automated, has increased to 106 clicks a day. Good signs. AI SEO is not dead at all, and you can see 3 different case studies of it, plus I've got 2 more to show you. So let's get into the last 2. Here's another one. So this, again, was previously at 1 click a day. This is bunnyeat.com, and they've now increased to still not a massive amount, about 15 clicks a day. You can see that's kind of stagnating, but from what I can see with this website particularly, it's still in the sandbox period. It's just a brand new domain. By the way, none of these are expired domains. They're all brand new domains, DR0, so the content was built up. Now, finally, we'll look at Adept in slides, which is another one that's really taken off since the core update, August 2024. Again, they were at 0 clicks a day back in May, and now their SEO traffic has increased along with impressions to 56 clicks a day, and you can see the trajectory of that is looking really nice indeed. That's looking pretty impressive if you ask me. And so 5 different case studies of AI SEO sites all performing well. Let me talk you through exactly how we did it, the SEO framework, and how you can do the same. So the first part of the process, and I'll give you access to the training at the end of this video, is picking the right niche. Now, in terms of picking the right niche, you want to go for higher search volume keywords, low competition, and I would ideally try and find like 100 question-based keywords or more that are keyword difficulty 10 or less. Now, an easy way to automate this is you can just go onto Ahrefs like so. You would put in your niche. So let's say we're in the goats niche. Very profitable niche indeed, my friends. Then you can just go into questions and view all. Here's an example. So if we're going to, so let's say we're creating a website about elephants. What we want to find is at least 100 low keyword difficulty keywords where we can easily compete, right? Because bear in mind, we're creating brand new domains here. And so they don't have much authority. I'll come on to how to increase that later. But right now, they don't have much authority. We do want at least 10 traffic potential. Bear in mind, the estimates on Ahrefs are pretty underestimated, which means typically these keywords get way more traffic than you can actually see. And if we scroll down right here, you can see, for example, we've got 571 keywords that we could create content around. Now, from here, I will show you how to cluster them. But before you do that, what you want to do is figure out how you're going to monetize this. Now, I've listed a bunch of monetization strategies that work for me. For example, communities are one of the best ways to do this year. If you look at the SEO Boardroom, for example, this is a community I own. It's a great way to monetize what you do, but at the same time, provide a lot of value to a lot of people at the same time. Now, as you're going through this, you would then launch the domain. So you'd launch a brand new domain. That's typically what we do when it comes to creating these sites. It's now, you could go cheap. Namecheap's usually about $10.50 or something like that. If you really want to save money, Cosmotown is pretty cheap. And additionally, what I usually do with the hosting, if I'm creating multiple sites, like you can see right here, here, and here, it hides a footprint across multiple sites, which means I can interlink them if I really wanted to. That's usually what works for me. Now, when it comes to the domain name idea, you might be like, what do I call my domain? I would keep it simple, right? If you look, for example, at this particular website, or you look at any of these sites performing well, the domain name doesn't really make a difference, right? Oil Therapy Central probably took the whole of 2 seconds to come up with that name. If you need some ideas for that, you can just go into ChatGPT, as you can see, and say, like, give me 20 different domain ideas for my website about elephants. And then we've got a bunch of ideas. We can take one of these and just plug them into something like Cosmotown to easily find and quickly find relevant domains that we can create. So let's hit search and we'll see what we can find here. Or you can just go into Namecheap as well. That's a good option. Plug in the domain name. If that's too expensive, we can take another one and just run through the list until we find the right domain name for our website. After that, you would then start taking the keywords that you got previously and cluster them, right? So for example, if we take these keywords from Ahrefs, like you can see, we can take all 51, then we can go into a free tool like ChatGPT. And the thing is, a lot of these keywords are going to overlap in search intent. They're going to cannibalize each other. You know, for example, there's going to be keywords where you don't need to create multiple pages because that keyword is basically the same as another keyword on the list, right? And that might happen like 4 or 5 times. And so what we can do is we can take a prompt like this. We can plug that into ChatGPT. We can say cluster these keywords into categories and pages, keep them semantically relevant, and remove anything that is duplicate search intent. We'll hit enter like so. And what that's going to do is basically break down into categories and pages, so topical clusters, all the pages that we can create about the page that we want to rank for. Now, at the same time, I would still have a manual check over the list because ChatGPT is not perfect. And so you still need to have a bit of common sense when it comes to this process. But you can see how easy it is. For example, like elephant diet and eating habits, we've got a whole topical cluster right there that we can create, have a manual check over it, make sure you're not cannibalizing any keywords. And then from there, it is time to create the content. So how do you create the content? Well, all of these websites that I'm showing you have been created with Auto Blogging AI. That is the tool that's got me the best results so far. And what you can do is you can just go into bulk generate mode over here on Auto Blogging AI, plug in your keywords, optimize it however you want. These are all like personal preferences, honestly. I would recommend adding FAQs. The intense optimize article section is going to help you really semantically optimize your content so that it's more likely to rank. Because, for example, if you're using something like ChatGPT but you don't have the right prompts, then it's going to be very hard to semantically get all the right keywords and all the right LSIs and all the right entities inside your content, which is really what makes a difference when it comes to getting ranked by the search engine. You can also automatically SERP analyze, so you can analyze the SERPs, basically what's already ranking for that keyword, and then it will generate the content based on that. And additionally, you can auto post to WordPress, but again, I would highly recommend that if you're going to auto post to WordPress, edit the content, put it in draft before you publish it, because then you're leveraging the best of both worlds. Now, at this point, you might be wondering, okay, but how do I edit it? What am I looking for? So I've got this checklist inside the training that I'm giving you today, and it even comes with a video tutorial. This whole process for editing and quality controlling your content should take about 15 to 20 minutes, as you can see right here. Someone the other day asked me, what should I do if I'm creating a foreign website? And I would recommend a foreign editor in that native language if you are editing and producing content with AI in a different language. Otherwise, you know, AI is going to hallucinate sometimes. It's going to say things a bit weirdly. It's not going to say the right thing, etc. And between this quality control process and auto blogging AI, you can get the best of both worlds, right? It's about finding that balance between leveraging AI, creating quality content for the users, and nailing your SEO rankings. And that's basically the difference right here. So step by step, that shows you exactly what you can do, how you can do it, even comes with some FAQs. And basically, you've got the best editing process in terms of speed versus getting the right results. So just to recap so far, you would find the right niche. That's day 0. Then you're going to get the domain set up. From there, you're going to set up the keywords, cluster them, and run them through Auto Blogging AI, quality control it, and you're basically good to go. Now, when it comes to the launch strategy, I would recommend like 50 articles from day 1, focus on question-based keywords. Again, one thing I want to say here is like, a lot of us thought that question-based keywords would be totally wiped out with AI, which could happen in the future. But right now, even though Google AI Overviews has rolled out to the whole world, you can see that the traffic for sites that are answering question-based keywords are actually performing really well and winning a lot of snippets, right? And so AI is a great way to answer questions, usually answers them better than humans, as long as Google AI overviews isn't telling you to put glue on your pizza. And then from here, you're good to go. And so you just create, you draft, you edit, and then you launch on day one. Now, I would launch on day one with 50 articles simultaneously, because if you've got 50 high quality edited pieces of content on your website from day one, you have a lot of topical authority and you've got a much higher chance of ranking versus a website with like 1 or 2 pages that's very low quality, right? Very obvious. Most people don't do it though. And so that's the whole process step by step and how it works. And again, you've got the anti-spam checklist right there. Now, one thing I would say, and we'll take a look at, for example, juliangoldie.co.uk. This is a new website that I launched relatively recently. And you can see that traffic for the website has spiked massively. Now, again, traffic estimates on Ahrefs are total estimates, but you can see, for example, this website is DR48. And when you've got a new domain, you do need to build backlinks to it, because that's going to help boost your rankings and build more authority and build more trust with Google, which is going to help your ranking and help you get more traffic, leads, and sales from Google, right? And so when you're doing this process, the best way I've found to build backlinks, and this is what's worked for this website, for example, is if we filter by the best backlinks right here, you'll see that a lot of them actually come from outreach, right? So for example, this backlink right here, domain traffic of 23,800, pretty nice if you ask me, and it's linked naturally to me within the content directly to my homepage. That's the type of link you want to build, because it looks very natural. It's how you would get backlinks normally anyway. And it's easy to get a lot of backlinks like these because you can just reach out to other sites, say, hey, would you mind linking out to me? And then if you get the numbers right, a certain percentage will reply to you and say, yeah, mate, let's build links. A lot of these backlinks were actually free because we do so much outreach and because we have a lot of good contacts as well. And if you want to book in a free SEO strategy session about that, feel free to book it in. The other thing that I would say that works really well, and you can see this with, for example, the article from Jason Barnard, who's another SEO expert, and he has linked back to me. And again, really good backlink right here, DR54, 2000 domain traffic, links to my homepage right here. If you look at this particular article, he's actually referencing the video interview that we did together on my channel, and then he's linking back to me. So if you want an easy way to get backlinks, number one, do a lot of outreach, reach out to relevant websites in your niche and ask them for a backlink. And number two, interview people on your YouTube channel about topics relevant to your industry, and then ask them to embed the video on their website, and you'll get a backlink as a credit to your site, right? Really easy, but most people don't do it. It only takes 30 minutes with the right people to do that on an interview on your YouTube channel. And again, having a YouTube channel or a podcast on Spotify, for example, it is free and it's easy to do. So that's basically the whole process and how we got results like all of these websites that are doing really well during the Google Core update, and hopefully long may that continue. I'm sure they will get clapped for being public case studies. They'll probably get taken down at some point, but that is the game and the risk at play for you. And if you want access to all the training from today, check the free course, link is in the comments. Go to Goldie SEO Framework and you'll find the details directly in there, along with links to the case studies, the whole framework that I've laid out for you today, step by step, so you or your team can basically optimize based on that. The whole launch process and how we launch the content from day one, the SEO checklist, the link building strategies we use, along with my best processes right here, and a 4-hour training, which you can get directly here on link building. And yeah, you can just copy and steal that from me. So thank you very much for watching. Links in the comments and description to the free SEO course. If you want to book in a free one-to-one SEO strategy session that's going to show you how to get more leads, traffic, and sales with SEO, and show you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 business a month and generate thousands of dollars in sales, feel free to book that in. Links in the comments and description. You'll get a free SEO domination plan, discover the secrets of link building, we'll answer any questions you have, you learn how to increase your traffic, you learn how to outrank your competitors, and the best link building strategies for your website. Appreciate you watching. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.